Hey everybody, welcome back. We just saw Finding Dory. Yay! Well, actually, we just saw it, then we went and got ice cream, and then we shopped a little, and now we're filming this after our no spoilers video. But anyways, this is the all spoilers video, so you're gonna get spoilers. What were we doing? Oh, Finding Dory. Yeah, spoilers, right. There's spoilers in this video. If you don't want spoilers, you need to get out now. There's a link in the description or something popping up. You can check out our no spoilers video and you can enjoy that instead, and hopefully come back and check this out once you've seen the movie and you're ready to have it spoiled. So, all that said, I think we can jump right into it, yes?
Yeah.
So, first things first, there's an awesome little short film before the movie called Piper.
Yeah.
And the birds are adorable.
Yes.
And the way they are realized photorealistically is gorgeous. I'm just totally charmed by when the bird first, hits the ocean and the water gets it unexpectedly, and then it cuts and it's like just terrified in its home, wanting its mom to feed it again.
Mom's going, nope.
Nope, you gotta come out to the water. And then the bird, follows these little crab things out, and that's kind of cute because it's like poking it on its beak and everything, and basically learns to burrow down into the sand for the wave to come over it, and then it sees where all the shells, the oyster, what are they?
Clams.
The clams that they've been trying to feed on are and everything. So then when the wave goes away, he knows where to go get the good food for everybody. So I thought that was pretty cool. By the end, he becomes kind of the hero of the piece. Right? Yeah. I thought that was pretty adorable.
Yeah, totes adorbs.
So then we get into the movie, and young Dory is adorable.
Oh, God.
What was I laughing at? Oh, young Dory. Okay, that.
It's gonna be like this the entire video.
No more of the forgetting jokes, not intentionally, anyways. But anyway, so young Dory was really adorable. I kind of wish the whole movie had been about young Dory. It might have been more charming.
I don't know about that.
No. Really? Would it have gotten annoying, you think?
I think it would have gotten annoying after a while.
Okay, that's possible. I mean, I've just had that thought on the spot, so I don't know, but...
I can take young Dory in small doses. I'm not sure if I could take 90 minutes of it.
Okay, fair enough, because I just felt like I was more emotionally connected to young Dory than older Dory, or really anybody else in the rest of the film, because there's not a lot of emotional connection in this movie beyond the connections you created in the first movie for Nemo and his dad. So, but her design was adorable. The actor, I'm not sure, male, female, whatever, whoever voiced her, very, very good.
Pretty sure that was not Ellen DeGeneres.
No, I'm pretty sure it was not either. I think they actually got a young kid, and they got like a preteen to do the preteen Dory, and then it was Ellen DeGeneres as like kind of a younger Dory just before Finding Nemo picked up.
Yeah.
Which was actually really cool, because they do that whole montage of like her growing up. And this is where like watching Finding Nemo really came in handy for me, because it got to this point where she's, she's an adult and everything. We went through her whole childhood and teenage and how she lost her parents and, kept forgetting and all that. And then they actually kind of recreated her introduction to, is it Marlon? Marlon. Marlon. From the first movie. And like you see, she's just swimming around, and then you hear this boat come and the boat flies over, and I'm like, oh shit, I know what's up, because I remember that. I just watched it the other day.
Yeah. Just want to touch on something. We say this in the other video, the non-spoiler videos, that this movie does not have the feels that you expect from a Pixar movie.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that too, but yeah.
And I think one of the examples here is, I think you're actually supposed to be kind of sad during that, because you see her losing more and more of what little memory she had.
Yeah, that's a very good point, and you're right. I hadn't even thought about that they were supposed to be more emotionally involved in that, but we're not, and probably just because you're pretty sure it's going to work out.
Maybe.
And then honestly, though, there does come a point in the movie where you think, oh God, no, it's not going to work out. But then it does work out, so it's like, oh, okay. Which is where we were saying it could have gone darker. It could have been a traditional Disney kind of Pixar thing where a parent did die, but no, didn't happen.
Well, no. Does Pixar do the killing thing?
Oh no, yeah. So yeah, she's right. It's happened once or twice, but it does not happen often in Pixar films.
But now that I think about it, Nemo's mom actually did die in the first movie, so there's that.
Yeah, and if you're watching the spoilers for part 2 without seeing part 1, then that's what you get. But but yeah, so there was that, and actually that was actually kind of terrifying and heartbreaking when I rewatched that in Nemo, because I relate. Like, you don't want to lose your loved one, and there was nothing like that in this movie. There was never really any sense of loss or anything like that. I think maybe one of the biggest emotional arcs was there was some suspense or tension in that squid chase, which was really cool because you know, they're going through and Dory's like, oh, I know this place, Mom, Dad, and they're like, and then all these little things pop out of nowhere like, shh, and then hide again. You know, and Marlon and Nemo start figuring out, wait, maybe we should shut up. And she's like yelling louder and louder, and then they do that thing that was,
the locals tell you to shut up.
you shut up. And they get backed into a thing, and then the glowing eye shows up and a beak, and you know, she's like, oh, you mean like with a glowing eye and a beak? And it's like right behind him and all that.
Yeah.
But
Squid looks fantastic.
yeah, and that was actually kind of harrowing because, you know, it almost got Nemo and stuff a time or two, and so that was actually pretty cool. And that's, of course, where they get tangled up in the Coke can, the six rings, the plastic rings thing, which was kind of neat, you know, because, I mean, that happens. Which, of course, you know, then, what's-her-face, Dory hears Sigourney Weaver from the surface. And she's like, oh, hi, Sigourney, and floats up to investigate, and that's when, like, the marine life people, they grab Dory because they see her in the Coke can thing, and, you know, it's like, oh, we got to save her, poor girl, you know, and stick her in the thing, so. I think even Marlon said something about, like, not again, because, again, it was another boat capturing their friend.
Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of a cute little callback. Basically, after that, Marlon and Nemo, they get advice from these awesome walruses that are probably, like, the funniest comic relief in the whole movie.
Yeah, they're great because they're sitting on the rock, they're sunbathing, they're all chill, and they're like, oh yeah, your friends are probably over. And then this other walrus tries to guess. The walrus looks like it came out of The Simpsons, I think. Its face looks like
Willie the groundskeeper Willie. So, and that's one of the funniest bits throughout the whole movie too. Kind of a funny recurring joke.
Yeah. He tries to get up on the rock, and the walrus just got from out there like, off.
Yeah, get off.
So what we were saying,
yeah. Which of course is one of the other. Then brings us real quick before we get to Hank, but that brings us to one of the other great little comic reliefs of the movie too. This recurring joke is Becky, the bird.
Oh yeah.
And they let the other walrus sit on the rock for like 10 seconds and use for his pail to transport the fish over the wall and everything. So that was pretty funny, and the bird was really adorable and funny too, as she recurs throughout. A few times throughout the movie.
Adorable is the word I use.
Well, adorable in that
she's a waterfowl that looks like she's seen much better days.
Yeah, but that's like what it is. Like kind of how you sometimes see a cat or something who's just, they look like they've been through some shit, but in a way that kind of makes them adorable because you feel bad for them. Like they're like, it's like, oh, cutie, you know, because they're nice and everything. But anyways, I thought that was pretty cool. And her recurring stuff is pretty funny too, especially at the end, but we can get into that later if we want. Yeah. But then we go in the aquarium and Dory meets Hank, the octopus.
The septipus.
Septipus.
Although I never got a chance to actually be able to count all the legs.
Yeah,
he's
but
constantly moving.
That's true, but I think where she did that one thing where it's like, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, thought he in the touching pool, thought this piece of coral was him.
Yeah.
Then that probably leads me to believe they did just have 7 legs, but we'd have to check that out again.
Yeah.
But I think probably he is like the best thing in this movie, really, and it's his camouflaging.
Yeah. Octopuses have a natural ability to kind of blend in with their surroundings, and they've amped it up way up for Hank here.
But it's in a really effective way.
Yeah.
Well, basically, I mean, he's kind of a fraidy cat. Like he just wants to be alone and not touched. He wants to go off to Cleveland and, you know, just be in his own little glass cage and isolated from everything in the world.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, you know, and that's kind of, he has an arc. Like I think of the whole story. Dory kind of has an arc, but it's kind of a weak arc of, oh my God, she can remember things, or she remembered things now, you know, and she did something on her own kind of thing. So it's an arc, but it's not a great arc. But Hank had a cool arc because by the end, he's like, he's going to go be with them, and he's going to be with people and have a family and live in the ocean, you know, and he's like, he's the substitute teacher for the manta ray at the school and everything. So I thought that was really cool. But yeah, his camouflage ability, and it's so adorable when they get in the touching pool and he gets touched and he inks everywhere and he's all like freaked out and embarrassed by it, and Dory's all charming, like, oh, it happens, it's okay. So I thought that was pretty cool. Oh, and you know, we didn't even put it on our list of stuff to talk about, but there's the whale shark, and that's nearsighted, bumping into everything, and the guy with the echolocation, the dolphin with that,
that's not dolphin, it's a beluga.
A beluga whale, yeah.
The other one's a nurse shark.
Right, that was really cool, and that he couldn't use his echolocation because he'd bumped his head, but really he was just afraid to do it because he thought he looked stupid and everything. I don't think that was voiced by Patton Oswalt, but I got a Patton Oswalt vibe.
It's Ty Burrell.
Okay, but I don't know if it's the design or maybe they wanted him and couldn't get him, but I got a Patton Oswalt vibe off that character. Like that got something about him like made me think of Patton Oswalt in all the best ways. So that was cool, those guys, and the way they used their power. So I guess they were pretty cool additions to the movie as well. Not as cool as Hank, because Hank was really cool. And we're pretty sure we'll see Finding Hank as a part 3, and it'll be about Hank finding his about like him finding his family, if you not his legitimate family, but building his own family, finding his comfort level existing with other beings. And, I'd be down for that because Hank was thoroughly enjoyable. So now, we got to the Marine Institute, and I really like the design of this place. I like the way everything was laid out. I like that we got a pretty good sense of where everything was, sort of. So, I thought it was really neat design. I love the whole running gag of Sigourney Weaver as, like, the voiceover of the whole place, about capture, rehabilitate, release, or whatever the catchwords were. So that was pretty fun. But I hear somebody over here might have a technical issue or two.
Okay, I have the same problem with this movie that I have with the original Finding Nemo movie, in that the fish will transfer from severely different types of water without being like, okay, let's take a freshwater fish, throw it into fresh tap water. Yeah, no, that's a really good way to kill a fish.
Yeah, details.
I'm a little more forgiving with Hank because, first of all, octopuses actually can't survive outside the water for a fair amount of time. They are known to be escape artists. It's not uncommon for them to get loose in an aquarium, usually backstage, though. I don't know how well they transition from one type of water to another, but
it's fair.
At least the whole staying out of water is not uncharacteristic for an octopus. But yeah, I was just watching them go like, dead.
Well, no wonder you weren't enjoying. No. I'm just sitting there thinking, it's like, I guess the Gallifreyans are jealous because octopus have 3 hearts, but whatever.
I did not know that, however.
What's the plural of octopus? Octopussies? Then we get to the end when we got the big escape. And honestly, every issue that they have, everything that makes the escape tougher for them, is all because one of the characters just won't shut up and do it already.
Get on with it.
Yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. That's why Nemo and Marlin get trapped and they're going off to Cleveland unintentionally, and then Dory slips and gets knocked over in the glass because Hank gets captured and she slides out down the drains back out into the ocean.
Hank wanted to be on there.
Well, I know, but he got captured. He was happy to be captured, but he was still trying to save Dory, so he did get captured in that moment.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, because he had a job to do. But yeah, so she goes out the drain and all that, and it's pretty cool. But then at this point, we had been given the impression, and there was a little bit of emotion because Dory had to deal with this realization that she thought her parents were dead. And I think that would have been effective if they were dead. They weren't dead. Apparently what happens to Dory when the glass drops and she slides out and down the drains is pretty much exactly what happened to her parents. But they just decided to stay there, and it is kind of cute that they've just been building shell paths, because that's how Dory finds her ways home, is follows the shells in every direction, spiraling out from where they live. And it finally pays off. So that's kind of cool. But again, it didn't have that emotional payoff I think it really should have had. But, and then they could have done the death thing and made it darker. But it's a kid's movie. You got to kind of remember that. But then it gets pretty crazy, and we get to the really, really fun meat and potatoes of the movie, which is trying to rescue Marlin and Nemo off the truck that's driving on the highways, which you have all these ocean creatures. And you're like, what? But they do it. I don't know how logical or believable it is, but they do it, and they make it a lot of fun. Particularly, they get the sea otters to be really cute and block the lanes of traffic.
I kept going I can't watch this.
Yeah, because honestly, that car that shifted and slid, that should have taken out some otters, and the cars behind it should have just been I was halfway waiting for the car to get T-boned and flip over.
30 car pile up,
Right, yeah. But it worked. They get the back of the truck open, and this is another one of those cases of Dory won't shut up. So Dory and Hank get stuck in the truck with Becky, right? It was Becky, Becky was stuck in the truck as well. And but that was kind of cute that they sent Becky back and everything. But then Hank gets to drive the truck, which is pretty neat.
No, Becky left with Nemo and Marlon.
Right, but then they sent her back. And didn't she land in the back of the truck?
Yeah, that's right.
And then they slammed the door shut. Yeah, but and I don't think they really resolved what happened to Becky after that. I mean, I assume when the truck goes off the hill and everybody escapes, she escaped. But did they show another shot of her? I don't really remember. Oh well, we'll find that out on a rewatch. But it was pretty fun watching Hank drive, and they're just driving in circles, and then she realizes, oh, I know those people, because it was the people that was driving the truck, and they almost run them down and all that. And then I gotta ask, like, the cop blockade, that seemed really weird to me, because like all the cops came out, and I could see, okay, hey, like they reported, hey, we have a runaway truck, but if that's gonna happen, why would the cop blockade? Why are all the cops getting out with all their guns? Like it wasn't
because
like
that's what
I guess, but that just seemed a little weird to me in that moment. It's like, well, really? Okay. But
well, the thing is, runaway trucks don't do circles.
Right. Yeah. And I saw they like threw out like the spikes, like the stop strips or whatever, but which that makes sense. But it was just weird to me that it was like one of those, like hostage movies where they all come out and like get behind the car for cover and all that stuff.
WTF? Yeah, let me get my gun.
Yeah, I mean, okay, I guess I can kind of let it go. It's just one of those moments that set a little weird with me. But then there's that beautiful slow motion shot of the truck going off and everything opening up and all the fish and everything going out into the ocean. And there was that one real cool shot of the little fish, and then the bigger fish comes and eats it. And then the bigger fish that we've seen snotting because it's sick comes and eats that, but then snots them back out because it sneezes. So that was actually pretty funny. And of course they all, get in the ocean, and I guess essentially happily ever after. Pretty much, until part 3 and something happens to someone else again.
Hank.
Yeah, Hank.
Sorry, you need to make it Hank.
Yeah, we will take, look, because again, we're not knocking this movie. We very much enjoyed this movie, but we expect a little better of you, and we'll come again for a third one if you give us more Hank, because he was definitely the star of the show. Hank and the Walruses, you got to bring those guys back. So yeah, I mean, cool movie. We enjoyed it. Not as great as we'd like it to be, but there was an actual post-credit scene, and for me, this was the funniest thing. It's kind of 2 post-credit scenes in one, because at first it's more of the Walruses. Yeah. And it's I can't remember the character's name.
Say like Doug or Greg?
I want to say Doug. We'll just call him Doug for purposes of this. We may be wrong. But like he's like popping his head out from far away because the others are sleeping. And then he pops his head up over here. And then like he does the thing where he like tries to put one, just as he touches the rocks, like off. So that was pretty funny. So I mean I liked that. Like I could have used a short of those guys. But then, and this is why I'm glad I rewatched the original movie, I got lost my crap because these like things covered in algae come rolling by, and for a second I'm like, what the hell? And then I realize it's all the other fish from the dentist's aquarium that are still in their bags. And I know what you're going to say. You can say it in a second. And and they're rolling around. They've made it to the Marine Institute. But I just thought that was an awesome like cameo because they never really explained what happened to those characters at the end of Finding Nemo. Granted, in the moment, I wasn't thinking about what she's biting her lip, waiting to say. That I will let you say now because it's very true.
They should be dead by now.
Yes,
been sealed in a bag for a year.
Yes, this movie clearly states that this was a year later, and yeah, they would not have survived in those bags for a year. But if you shut your brain off and don't think about that, it was a very, very cool callback and thing to that. Oh, and then they got swooped up and taken to the marina. Yeah. Because basically the same people that grabbed Dory in the beginning grabbed them. So yeah. So they could come back for part 3. It could be like all big time reunion and they all have a civil war or something. I don't know. Finding Nemo, Civil War. Oh my God. Are you Team Dory or are you Team Nemo? You hear me, Pixar? It's gold. Cut me a check. Oh, actually, I need to see like somebody internet make a parody trailer of that for me, will you?
Heesh.
Yeah, he. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, how it should have ended, people, please. That would be so cool. Actually, it'd be cool enough if they're watching this to hear my idea, but I don't think that's happening yet. But so then there was a couple little Easter eggs she caught through the movie, so I'll let her.
Okay, so the A113 shows up in all the Pixar movies. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Google Pixar A113. It's on the license plate of the runaway truck. It's not runaway because it's being driven, but during the Great Escape. Okay.
Well, and just to say, like, I was not familiar with this. I did not know about this, so I'll be watching for it now. But in case you're not familiar, my example of comparison is like 1138 in Lucasfilms. So.
The other thing is, and this is where I need help from you all, the audience. There is a sunken Volkswagen Beetle that shows up, I think, in the bay. Also shows up during the end credits. I kind of feel like it's an Easter egg, that it's a callback to something. I'm just not sure what. So if you happen to know what the hell it might be, put it in the comments.
And yeah, I guess speaking of comments, about time to wrap this up. But again, enjoyable movie. Don't regret seeing it at all. I'm glad we went and saw it, and I will watch 3. I'll watch it again. It's just not the greatest of Pixar movies. I'd heard some reviews. I didn't read them or anything, but just kind of from the headlines, they were starting to say, "Oh my God, it's perfect, and it's this and it's that." And it's like, no, not really. I mean, it's not bad, not by any means, but it's not like don't go in too hyped for it, and you will really enjoy it. That's my summation. I think that's pretty fair. Yeah? Yeah, okay. Well, other than that, this is the spoiler video, so we can talk spoilers all you want down in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. If you agree, you disagree, whatever, as long as we keep it civil. War, huh? But, yeah, I know, wah. Cut it out. Really? Anyways, comment below and let me know how much of a dork I am if you want to. That's fine. Other than that, thumbs up of encouragement is always encouraging. That's why I call it a thumbs up of encouragement. See, I'm smart like that. I'm not dumb, I'm smart. And there's that look I adore. Subscribe if you're new here so you can see me be smart and not dumb like that all the time. Every single day on the Eric West channel, we do something fun and geeky when the internet allows. Other than that, share with your friends because I'd like to, if you're cool, they're cool, right? So let's all party together. Let's all be cool together. Be cool. Everybody be cool. Now I want to go watch From Dusk Till Dawn. So, on that note, yeah, okay. She's giving the sign. I just don't want to shut up. But I guess I will. All right, I got to go home and edit these things, so we will see you guys later.